from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and shin. If we're behind, we never mind, we fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tigers of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger, yellow and black. Oh, we're from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Oh, we're from Tigerland. Oh, we're from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tiger.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to TIO Stadium in Darwin on Larrakia country for round 11 of the 2023-24 Men's Premier League competition. We've got Nightcliff and Buffaloes tonight. My name's Liz Cruz, and joining me in the commentary box, Chris Bucks. How are you, Bucksy?
Good, Liz, good.
Saturday night footy?
Yes, exciting game. Looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to your insights as the former coach of Nightcliff here. So play's underway in the middle and we've had a restart, but it's Buffaloes trying to take it out of the middle, but a quick handball there by the Tigers, and they're going to send it inside 50 pretty quickly. Chopped off by Buffaloes there, picked up by Sing Lippo, swings around and puts it on the boot, out of bounds on the full. Fast and furious start, Bucksy.
Yeah, I think that was Adrian Scott.
Sorry, thank you.
Very good.
We're missing a few notes here tonight, so just bear with us.
Yeah, it was Adrian Scott.
Thank you. As Buffaloes bring it in again, and it's Stokes in the back. Kicks it back in to the goal square, and Buff's trying to just work it around here. Matty Campbell with the ball now. Dangerous kick there, Nightcliff with the pressure. Picked up by Philo, puts it on the left. Goes through for a behind. So 1 minute and 15 seconds into this first quarter. Nightcliff looking dangerous, Bucksy.
Yes, Campbell's back, which I like. Been playing well.
He has former AFL player. Stokes bringing it in now for the Buffs, getting it to Baxter Mensch. So loose ball now on the wing on the far side. Good tackle there, good pressure by Nightcliff, and Nathan Brown's going to run onto the ball, tries to pick it up, but 3 attempts at it, finally picks it up and gets that handball to Bailey Edwards. Big handball. It's 1, 2, 3 handballs there, and it looks like Scott again for the Tigers, but a good defensive mark there by Kevin Moroney. He's going to switch it now to the grandstand side here. Found a teammate there quite easily, but he's indecisive and he's put under a bit of pressure by the Tigers. Gets his kick away, dropped by Mensch, able to get a handball away and back to Loftus. Kick away now by the Buffs, and a nice mark taken by Phoenix Spicer. Switches it now to the middle to Jonas Nicky. Handball through the middle to Antonio James, and now they finally get a kick away inside 50 for the Buffs. Big Daniel Stafford there trying to pick up the ball, but under pressure now by Ben Vile. Handball now back to Loftus, got a high tackle and it should be a free kick. So Buffs looking dangerous now. Bucksy?
Yes, and great matchup, Benny Vile and Stafford, 2 tools. Looking forward to seeing what they produce.
Absolutely. Buffs playing on quickly. They've spot up the loose player, and a nice mark there to Thomas Clark back in the team tonight.
Yeah, Thomas has been down Victoria, I think. So
he has. I think he just flew back into Darwin, but he's a lifelong Buff. Grew up at the club and came through the juniors. So he'll take a shot on goal from about 50 metres. So 3 minutes into the first quarter here at TIO Stadium. Beautiful night for it. Thomas Clark now having a shot on goal. Puts it on the right. Good looking kick off the boot, but it's just going to go across the face of goal for a behind. So evens up the scoreboard. Nathan Brown now with the bright boots. Going to bring it back in for the Tigers. Grandstand side, big kick. Looking for the height there of Jack Monaghetti. Sporting the shaved head. Buffs now again with Loftus, comes out, gives the handball off to Nicky, and Mensch puts it on the boot. Got a tussle there, but it's Nightcliff that keeps their feet through Henderson. Going to just tap it to the line and go across for a throw-in, Bucksy.
Bit scrappy at the start, but it'll open up, I'm sure.
Any thoughts on the game going into it tonight?
Yeah, I thought Buffs, their pace might be good on the outside if they get their running game going, but Nightcliff are playing some good footy at the moment.
They are. They knocked off the ladder leader St Mary's last weekend, so got a bit of momentum behind them. Buffs trying to get it out now with the handballs. Tap out, running on to the ball. Hill for the Buffaloes. Good tackle pressure there, though, by Nightcliff, but chopped off by Matty Campbell. He 1-2 steps and he puts it on the boot. Big kick, but it's going to go out of bounds on the full. He's still dangerous, isn't he, Buxy?
Yeah, he's very clever.
Veteran of the game. Nightcliff bringing it in quickly, switching it to the grandstand side, and a good mark there to Zach Moody. Player left unattended on the wing here for Nightcliff. Nice and easy running down the wing is Wines. Scott trying to mark it again, held without it. Umpire says play on. Buffaloes now with the ball. Back towards the middle through Phoenix Spicer. He's been great for the Buffs this season. Gets it to Mensch. Mensch with the quick handball to Spicer. He tries to lose his player, but some great defensive pressure there by the Tigers, and they're going to clear it out through a chain of handballs and a kick away to Twycross. Bit of a messy kick, wasn't marked, but now they've got it in the middle with Brody Philo. Playing a really quick game here tonight, the Tigers, moving it quickly and switch it to the grandstand side. Again, Nathan Brown all on his own on the wing. He can go for a run if he wants, but he's walking. Has a look, and he's got a Nightcliff player with 2 opponents on him, so probably not the best decision there by Browning, and Clark gets his kick away, marked by Stokes. Stokes now with a little kick to Tommy Clark. So Buffs now in the middle. Accurate kicking now, Stokes again. Running through the middle, the Buffaloes inside 50 now. Stafford looking to mark 1, 2, grabs, couldn't quite take it, came off hands. Picked up quickly by Phoenix Spicer. He's under pressure, but he gets a kick away on the right. Hits the post. Some exciting play by Phoenix Spicer.
Yeah, Phoenix Spicer and Adrian Scott have been dangerous for both sides. It's exciting.
They have. So 6.5 minutes into this first quarter, it's the Buffs 2 behinds. Nightcliff the 1. Nightcliff bringing it in down the Pint Club end. Switch it to the St Mary's Clubhouse side. Good mark there to Moody. He's been in some good form this season. So Nightcliff with possession on the far wing. Little chip kick down there to Brody Philo. He's getting a few possessions early, as he usually does. Big kick now, huge kick, and a good mark there on the far wing.
Nyhouse is playing forward out of the square.
Yeah, bit of a switch up. It is. So a little handball there. Stanley Cox gets it backwards, and a kick now inside for Nightcliff. Lands in the middle of nowhere. Nightcliff trying to tap it to advantage, but some great tackle pressure there by Chris Atkinson. Gets the free kick for holding the ball, the big fella. So Chris Atkinson now, he's looking sideways. Dangerous across the face of goal, but marked by the Buffaloes. Switching it now to Tommy Clark on the grandstand wing. Little chip kick to Baxter Mensch, who's been busy early, looking inside now and finds Clark. Going back to the wing, they're not making much ground here, the Buffaloes, but they're maintaining possession. Back to exactly the same spot now in Mensch. So I think they've made about 5 metres. Now Mensch with the kick away, but misses a target, kicked off the ground by Wines. Handball now across to Brody Philo, and he handballs to teammate there in Kennedy. Puts it on the boot, but another behind. So haven't got their kicking shoes on tonight, Buxy, either end.
No, it's a fast-flowing game. I think the team that gets their skills going is going to be the team that wins, obviously.
So Matty Campbell bringing it in now, and he's kicked to the Wanderers club side. Buff's just really indecisive bringing it out of defence, and that's what mucked them up a minute ago. Antonio James now, maybe not the right decision. Trying to get the ball out was Loftus, but he's under pressure. Brody Philo picks it up, puts it on the right. And finally a goal in this game at the nearly 9 minute mark of the first quarter to Brody Philo, and Nightcliff lead 1-8. The Buffaloes 2 behinds.
Yes, pressure both teams are really good. I think Buffs are just trying to control the footy out of their back line, and the young fella just made a bit of a mistake there, trying to centre it early.
Looking at the replay there, and when you've got a dangerous player like Brody Philo around, you can't make those mistakes.
Yeah, and Nyhouse 3-on-1, obviously. Very clever play to turn that over.
Very. You'd have a fair bit of working knowledge of these Tigers, Buxy, being the 3-time premiership coach.
Yeah, know a fair few of them pretty well.
So back underway in the middle. Umpire Mark Noonan in control.
Young Peter Politis is in the middle, which is good to see.
Yeah, so ball up now. Chris Atkinson in the ruck against Cox. Little kick away for the Tigers. No one able to pick it up, so there's a chase on. Bending over to pick it up is Nathan Spry for the Buffaloes. Gets the handball away, but puts Tommy Clark under a lot of pressure. So Brody Philo picks it up, gets the handball off. Shot on goal goes astray, and that'll be out of bounds. And yeah, it's a bit different seeing Ryan Nyhouse in full forward.
Yeah, but he is very clever. He can play both ends.
Yeah,
he's so good across half back though.
Obviously a former AFL player.
Captain of the club, Nightcliff.
Nightcliff, yeah, that's right. It's good to have him back in Darwin. Premiership player for NT Thunder as well. So Nightcliff now with the handball. Shot on goal from a standing start.
Roger Morris from Warrnambool.
Yeah.
Or Hamilton, actually. Hamilton. Haywood.
So Stokes to bring it back in. Kicks it out the Wanderers side. Clark gets the kick away, but straight to the Tigers there. Zach Moody bringing it down. Nathan Brown with the ball with no bright boots tonight. He'll be easy to pick up. But a turnover. Clark Campbell's backwards now. Buffs are going to bring it across the face of goal, which, as we said earlier, is very dangerous. Ryan Nyhouse just with the defensive pressure now. Stokes handballs off to Matty Campbell. Campbell's kick is punched away. Nightcliff have it. Shot on goal now again by Roger Morris. It's gone over the top of hands, and that should be a second goal for the Tigers. Roger Morris.
Yeah, he's a bit of a utility, Roger. Plays a bit everywhere. Back and wing, and been having a stint in the ruck, so surprised seeing him forward. But I think the Buffs, by mentioned Campbell, have been really good getting themselves into the game. Just need something across the corridor to get it out of the back line. Just a different target. Stafford might have to push up a bit up the ground to the wing, I'd say.
So 2 goals to Nightcliff, and we're almost at the 12-minute mark of the first quarter. 2-3-15 to the Buffaloes, 2 behind. See Vic Williams on the bench there with the headset on for the Buffs. I saw him helping out with the women's game before this as well. He's a very dedicated Buffaloes man. Vic. So back in the middle, Chris Atkinson in the ruck against Jack Monaghetti. Umpire will call that one back in. Might have to toss this one up. Monaghetti just going up uncontested in the ruck. Great pick up there in the middle by Loftus. He's been busy in this first quarter for the Buffs. And a mark to Tommy Clark. Everyone flew for it, but Tommy stayed on the ground and took a nice mark.
And I think the midfield Buffs were really good then. Just if they can get on top at the centre bounces, that they'll create something up forward.
Absolutely.
Like this back line looked a bit lost then.
Just having a look in the coach's box there. That's not the coach.
Kyle McBean.
Kyle McBean helping out. But, of course, Cammy Stokes, the coach of Buffaloes, again this season. So Tommy Clark will have another shot on goal. His first one went through for a behind. He's a bit closer this time. Looks good off the boot, and that one has gone through. So Buffaloes with the first goal for their team tonight at the 13-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, Buffaloes the last few weeks, they've come back from behind wins, and they always stick in it. I think Cameron Stokes will be pretty happy getting that score on the board, but no, definitely not panic stations. Yeah,
just watching this replay and that pick up by Loftus out of the ruck, and a big kick by Chrissy Atkinson over the top to get it into Tommy Clark. Crucial for the Buffs. So 13.5 minutes into this first quarter here at TIO Stadium.
Jared Stokes has been quiet, but he'll come into the game as the game gets going, make a big influence on it.
Absolutely. He's having a great season as usual, and he's the captain of the Buffaloes. So Monaghetti again just uncontested after that bounce, but Buffaloes through Stewart, able to get the hands out, not picked up there by Coulthard. Smashes it away now. Here comes Jared Stokes. Kick out for the Buffaloes. Great trap there by the Buffs. Going to send it into goal. There was no one in at the goal square, so if that was accurate, that would have been a certain goal.
Quick ball movement.
It is.
From the Buffaloes.
Absolutely. Billy Henderson now for the Tigers will bring it in. He's going to look down the grandstand side. He's got Nathan Brown unattended. Centimetre perfect, as Dennis Cometti would say, that kick. Right on the line. So Nathan Brown now to bring it out of the back line for the Tigers. High up and under, Monaghetti flies. Matty Campbell stays down, but it's picked up by Scott. Scott gets the handball off to Clark, and a mark now to the Tigers in Lewis Rinaldi. So
from Carisbrook.
Carisbrook in Victoria.
Yeah.
A few Victorians in the side tonight. He goes backwards, and now the Tigers send it long down the field, and a great mark there by Kaipara for the Tigers. Daniel Kaipara, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, in the number 20. Runs around the mark, gets the handball off. Tigers with another handball, putting themselves under pressure. Kaipara doesn't grab this one, but he's able to get it out to Scott. Scott getting around his player and handballs out wide. Kick away now for the Tigers to the goal square. One-on-one, Ryan Nyhouse trying to mark it. Stokes punching it across the line. So 15 and a half minutes into this first quarter. Nightcliff 2-2-14 leading the Buffaloes 1-3-9.
I feel Williams and Stokes are slowly bringing themselves into the game, which is changing momentum.
Yeah, Chrissy Williams has been great for the Buffs again this season. There's a big pack around the ball. Little handball out by Buffs, and Antonio James with the kick away. Only about 35 metres out, though, in front of the Tigers' goal. Very dangerous here as I think it's Tommy Clark just goes in head first. Ball comes out now, and a little handball, Zach Moody there, gets slung off the ball. Stokes with the handball out. Just can't take possession there. Drop ball by Buffs. Tackle pressure now. Tigers with it. Moody running into goal. Kicks it, punches the air, and the Tigers have got their third goal on the board to Zach Moody.
Forward line pressure from the Tigers there created that. Very good pressure.
It was. As we see the Tigers celebrating there. Just watching on the replay now, Buxy.
Yeah, Kennedy, Port Douglas player. Yeah, and obviously Moody, Zach Moody, is it? Very class from the Waffle. In the middle.
He was happy with that one.
They got numbers around the contest, plenty of Tiger jumpers around the contest.
Yeah, there is. I'm just glad they're wearing black numbers tonight. I've had a few games this season with the white numbers, which are really hard to pick up. So umpire Mark Noonan just walking back through the middle, and we'll get ready to restart as we just have a quick look at the Buffaloes interchange. Nathan Spry there.
Yeah.
So Noonan throws it up. In the ruck for the Buffs was Nathan Stewart. Kick away now by Baxter Mensch, high up and under, still inside the goal square, bounces and misses everyone. I think it's Stokes who gets slung, not Stokes,
Coleman.
Off the ball. Coleman, thank you. Brody Philo now with a little handball to teammate Wines, who drops it. So Tigers just trying to get it out now. Player pulled off the ball. It's a bit sloppy in the middle, but a kick away by the Buffs. Nathan Brown tries to trap it, but gets a little push. Coming through the middle now for the Buffaloes is Ishmael Palmer, but that kick has gone across the face of goal and out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in down the Pint Club end, just to the side of the Buffaloes goal. So
Coleman looking a bit dangerous in the last couple of minutes.
The whole field is just pushed down almost to that inside 50. It's very congested in there. So throw in about 30 metres out from Buff's goal. Stafford hits it down, but cleared by Jay Moody and finds up Scott. He's been good in this first quarter for the Tigers. No one on the mark, so he plays on and takes a bounce. Gets the long handball across now to Cooper Darms, who likewise handballs to Politis. Politis gets that kick away. Nyhouse under the ball. He's having a good contest down there with Bradley Stokes, who gets the kick away now for the Buffs, and a mark on the wing now to Tanner Coulthard. Coulthard wheels around, 2-on-1 there. The Buffaloes player Mensch, I think it was. Tigers just smashing that ball away, and Scott picks it up again. Scott now with the handball. Nathan Brown going in hard off the ball, and now he gets a handball out wide, puts it on the right, inside 50 for the Tigers. Ryan Nyhouse flying again, brings it to ground, picked up by Kaipara, gets a high tackle, and be a free kick just inside 50, Buxy.
Yeah, Brad Stokes and Nyhouse has been a great couple of contests in a row there.
So Kaipara hands it off, quick little kick to Brody Philo. So Philo will have a kick from just inside 50, pretty much directly in front. He's a huge kick, Buxy, so he can definitely get the distance.
Yes, he's a very good kick.
Just needs the accuracy, Brody Philo.
Should be right. I notice he's changing forward, mid not coming to the bench, so Depends if his legs are tired and he's missed it.
So another behind for Nightcliff. That takes the score to 3-3-21. Buffaloes 1-3-9 in this first quarter here at TIO Stadium. It is almost the 20-minute mark. Bradley Stokes is just going to change balls, jump the fence and get the ball up the Michael Long centre end. Doing a bit of extra work there, Stokesy, just taking his time. So it's a bit congested. He's going to go back into the goal square, and he's found Kevin Moroney. He's having a good season for the Buffs in defence. Can't find anyone to kick to. He's going to bring it around the sideline and finds Antonio James. Kicking it back inside. Jonas Nicky there for the Buffaloes. They're still only 20 metres about away from Nightcliff's goal. So Nightcliff defence really locking them down as they're trying to bring the ball out, Buxy.
Yeah, they're just trying to work their way through it with their skills, but he's gone down the line. Contest.
And it's rushed across the line right in the middle of the ground.
That's a positive for Buffaloes, I think.
Yeah,
hopefully they can get structured up around this stoppage.
Just watching Nicky come off the interchange from Maddie Campbell, who's running back on. And running on for the Tigers, Jack Monaghetti. So throw in on the wing. Atkinson keeps his footing. Big kick up and under now by Roger Morris. Maddie Campbell is there for the Buffs. No one really taking possession now on the wing. Handball backwards, but that's going to be hit across the line once again. So 21.5-minute mark of this first quarter at TIO Stadium.
Chris Williams is doing a bit of directing out there, setting up Buffaloes around the contest, and also Campbell's coming on. So
two of their most experienced players. Throw in now, Atkinson runs at the ball, can't take it out of the ruck. Monaghetti bending down low, but there's a Buffalo charging through. I'm pretty sure that's Jackson Clark. Gets a handball to Chrissy Williams, looping handball across. Bailey Edwards trying to pick it up for the Tigers. Stokes going in hard there. There's been a whistle. And a free kick is going to go the way of the Buffaloes there to...
Good contest, Bailey Edwards and Stokes.
Yeah, Jared Stokes. Kicks it looking for Stafford, but beautiful defensive intercept. Well, I was going to call it a mark, but...
Had enough yet. Called a mark.
Finally got called a mark. Yeah.
In Portland, Victoria.
Great intercept there by Moody. He's been in some good form this season. Going back to... Nathan Brown kicking across to Scott, who's unattended on the wing now. Speeds down the wing, puts it on the right. Bit of a sloppy looking kick, but gone over the head of everyone. Picked up now by Darms. Handball's back inside. I think it's Roger Morris again, puts it on the left. Huge kick. Hasn't got the accuracy, so another behind for Nightcliff.
Nightcliff spread it well from the back line there. They switched and they were already on. So they knew their structure really well.
Both teams really working their rotations as well tonight. Bradley Stokes looks to bring it back in again for the Buffaloes. It's going to go down the Wanderers' shed side. Pressure by Darms doesn't allow Buffs to take the mark. Xavier Grant out there. Little handball by Nightcliff. Scott gets it but slips over. He's got two Buffaloes around him. Pulls it in. No whistle. Finally a whistle.
Adrian Scott's definitely up and about. He's working both ways along that wing. Defence to forward, and his pressure is just as good as well. Yeah,
it's been great. So ball up now in front of the Wanderers' shed. Handball misses the target there. Monaghetti tries to pick it up, but Chrissy Williams with the pressure picked up by Phoenix Spicer. He's running down the wing, gives it off to Joey Collinson, and his kick intercepted by Ben File. Plays on quickly and gets it to Paris. Paris, little kick backwards. And there's a number of Tigers around there. Monaghetti with the handball to Nathan Brown. They're going backwards now, and that's Luke Wines. Bit sloppy here. They need to get a kick away, and the kick smothered by the Buffaloes. Some amazing effort there by Joey Collinson right on the quarter-time siren, and we'll go into the quarter-time break with Nightcliff 3-3-21 to the Buffaloes 1-3-9. Buxy, your thoughts on that quarter?
Yeah, really good pressure from both sides. They're playing fast-flowing footy. Really impressed, actually. And Spicer, Mensch and Campbell have been in the game, and even the back line, Moroney, Stokes have been really good. across the back line.
Yeah, we'll go to the quarter time break and be back for the second quarter after these messages.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference. Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we're not all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the MC Guernsey, get it in their face.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Played their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it's a little bit different, but you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Well, welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the second quarter of this round 11 game here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. It is Nightcliff 3-3-21 leading the Buffaloes 1-3-9. We're going to get back into it straight away. Umpire Mark Noonan balling it up. Jack Monaghetti smashing it out, but only as far as Loftus for the Buffs. He's been super impressive tonight, getting a kick to Ishmael Palmer. Palmer kicks it inside 50, looking for Stafford, but comes off hands. Blake Coleman with it there. Gets it back to Stafford, the big fellow who tries to run around two Nightcliff players. Goes backwards now to Phoenix. Spicer gets the kick away. Almost a mark there to Lachlan Hill, but Boyo Peris is going to run it out of defence for the Tigers. Little chip kick, and he finds a Brody Philo. Philo now, big kick, clearing it out of the centre square. Lands in the middle of everyone. It's probably going to be rushed across the line there by the Buffaloes. Got Chris Bucks in the commentary box with me tonight, the former, three-time premiership coach for the Tigers, Bucksy?
Yeah, very fortunate.
So I'm expecting lots of specialist...
Xavier Grant's gone to Adrian Scott, which I think is a good matchup.
You're the man with all the inside knowledge now. Smashed away now by Chrissy Atkinson, but picked up by the Tigers, met heavily by the Buffaloes, though they're taking it out of bounds. Antonio James.
Stokes is just doing the little things off the ball, Jared Stokes, and he's slowly getting into the game. He's getting a fair bit of attention from Nightcliff. But he's hard to stop.
Yeah, he's a superstar of the NTFL competition. Never forget that grand final that he won the Cheney medal in a losing grand final. So back underway now. There's been a free kick. It's going to go to the Buffaloes, and I think that's Loftus again. He's been fantastic for the Buffs, Bucksy. I don't know a lot about him.
No, I don't myself.
Kick inside 50, doesn't hit a target, and they're going to kick it off the ground there through Billy Henderson. Chase for the ball now, and it's Nightcliff that pick it
Edwards.
Up. Yeah, good pick up there. And almost a mark there. Running flat out was Dylan Clark, but goes across the line.
Just Nightcliff are working back defensively really well, getting numbers back behind the ball.
They made it really hard for Buffaloes to clear it out of fence in the first quarter. So Nightcliff 3-3-21 leading the Buffs 1-3-9. Ball in front of the Wanderers shed. Monaghetti and Atkinson. Punch to the boundary line, picked up by Baxter Mensch. Swings around and gets his kick away. Almost a mark there to Nightcliff. Picked up though. Quick inside 50. Stafford trying again. There's been a whistle and he's given away the free kick and he's not happy about it. And
Unlucky.
Wines picks it up and gives it back to Vile. They're having a good battle tonight, as you said earlier, Bucksy.
Yeah, they're two big men, so yeah, very good battle.
So Vile now kicking across to Boyo Peris in the blue boots. Goes down the grandstand wing. Running there, Jack Monaghetti wasn't able to take it. Takes the ball to ground. Antonio James comes through and gives the handball out backwards. Kick away now by the Buffs. Hard up against the line. Keeps it in play. Chrissy Williams' kick gets smothered, but Buffs able to regain possession. Williams tackled as he gets his kick away. Boyo Peris running through now, trying to pick it up over Baxter Bench. Little handball out. Loftus with the ball again, gets called for holding it. So the Tigers are off now. Brody Philo, quick transition, just pumps it along the boundary line. Ryan Nyhouse with the quick hands off to Adrian Scott, puts the afterburners on, takes a bounce, running into goal, and misses a goal, Bucksy, from about 20 metres out.
Nyhouse and Brad Stokes, great contest, but Nyhouse got it out to Adrian. His pace is just bloody great.
Oh, it's electric, isn't it? So the Buffs now with that quick transition, taking it down the far side. Clark with the mark, brings it back inside to Baxter Mensch, working hard for the Buffs tonight. Umpire gets in the way there, and that stuffed the Buffs up a little bit. And now Nightcliff are going to push forward. Takes a bounce now, running inside 50. Petros Politis has a shot on goal and goes through for another behind. So a little bit inaccurate tonight. Nightcliff have had 8 scoring shots, but only 3 goals.
Missed a couple of opportunities there, the last 2 shots. And unfortunately for Buffaloes, if the umpire didn't get in the way, they would have been out.
They would have. So bringing it in again. Nice mark there to Antonio James.
He's a bit underrated, Antonio. I've been impressed the games I've watched.
Yeah,
Antonio James.
Outstanding junior. I remember him making his debut at quite a young age. So,
That's composure.
Yeah, a lot. Ball comes off the pack. Probably a high tackle there, I would say. Both of them smiling. So Jonas Nicky a bit slow to get up. And Politis giving a thumbs up on the mark. Nicky with the ball now. Gives it to a 2-on-1, and the Buffaloes just put under pressure there. Nathan Stewart. Politis now with a kick up and under. Antonio James with the high tackle there. Should be a free kick, and that will go to Dylan Clark.
Unlucky Antonio. Then he done everything right.
Yeah, they
slipped high.
Just went to ground there. So Nightcliff with a shot on goal from probably about 35 metres out to Dylan Clark. So they've had 3 individual goal kickers already tonight in Ryan Nyhouse, Zach Moody and Roger Morris. See if he can kick this one through. And that one's gone out of bounds on the full, so still inaccurate, and the Buffs will bring it in. The umpire had his back to the ball. They're going to have to bring it in again. Because it wasn't a kick in from the goals, it was actually out of bounds on the full. So Chase Loftus once again, super impressed with his game tonight. So there's been another whistle.
Having a chat.
Boundary umpire definitely indicated it was out of bounds on the full. And bit of...
There'll be a boundary throw-in.
Right, okay. So it must have been touched. Bradley Stokes having a chat to the umpire. So it'll be a boundary throw-in down the Nightcliff end. 7 minutes into this second quarter. Dangerous for the Buffs here. They need to clear this one out. Loftus just thrown off the ball. Chrissy Williams going in hard, wrapped up by Ryan Nyhouse there, and we'll have another ball up. Big pack around the ball.
Pretty hard to get past Nyhouse.
He's a strong man. So Brawl comes down again. I think it's Chrissy Williams at the bottom of the pack. Little kick away. Stokes back there, guarding the goal square. Handball over the top by the Buffs, but intercepted by Nightcliff. Little kick now to the top of the goal square, but that's chopped off by the Buffaloes. A good mark there to Nathan Stewart. So Buffs should now clear it outside 50. They're going to go sideways though. They've got a loose player on the wing.
They've spread well, Buffaloes.
Yeah, Kevin Moroney.
Oh, the bounce.
Didn't help him, that bounce, and he gets wrapped up now by Roger Morris, but he gets back up. There's 2 Buffaloes there. They should be able to work this out. Goes back to Moroney. Really needs to kick it now.
They hit this one.
Yep, looks for Jared Stokes, but it's punched away. Intercepted now beautifully by the Tigers, and they're going to run it inside 50, but some great defensive work by Antonio James to punch it away. A bit fumbly out there on the wing, and Nightcliff wrapped up. Xavier Grant will pick it up now and handball wide. Buffaloes with a big kick down the wing. There's a player on his own there, but can't quite trap it, is Nathan Spry. And now the Tigers turn it over through Moody, gets the hands away. They're going to work it down with a chain of handballs now and finally get the kick inside 50. They've got a big lead there and a good mark inside 50 again by Daniel Capara.
Yeah, Nightcliff just had plays around the contest, then received the handballs. A bit cleaner. Buffaloes were out, but they just got to clean up their skills.
So Kaipara should kick it from just inside 50, pretty much directly in front.
First gamer.
Is he?
Today, I think.
Yep. So he's been busy early in this game, puts it on the right, makes the distance easily, but not the accuracy. So another behind for the Tigers, and as we said, bit inaccurate now, 3-7-25, leading the Buffaloes 1-3-9. Buffaloes bringing it back in. Antonio James, Tommy Clark combining through the middle. Chrissy Williams' kick doesn't come off as intended, and it grubs along the ground, picked up by Moody. stepping around at people there. Hands off to Brody Philo, who picks it up. Beautiful looking kick, but punch away by Kevin Moroney. Matty Campbell's there as well, working hard, and Moroney will run it over the line. So, yeah, Daniel Koparo is from Modbury South. So he's a big forward, they tell me, who once kicked 16 goals in a match for the Modbury Football Club. So it's a fair haul.
First game, I'm not sure whether he's flying or he's relocated. He's here.
So throw in now on the boundary side, punched away by the Buffaloes. Kick away, but only as far as Brody Philo. He's playing a little bit unchecked tonight, Buxy.
Yeah, they haven't tagged anyone, Buffaloes, but I noticed Nightcliff had tagged Jared Stokes, just probably working to their advantage a little bit. But then Chrissy Williams and guys like that, Thomas, will stand up hopefully.
So Philo just taking his time here. Kick it from about 60. Big kick, go to the goal square, fly at the back, but Moroney at the front for the Buffaloes did super well. Gets a little kick away to the safety of Baxter Mensch. So well done there to Kevin Moroney. Mensch now just undecided.
It's a bit slow at moving at Buffaloes. They had numbers out, but yeah.
Comes down the wing looking for Stafford, goes over the top of everyone. It's Nightcliff with the runners at the back, picked up by Mitchell Norton. Goes backwards, Moody's under a bit of pressure. He goes backwards as well to Billy Henderson, who switch it now to the safety of his teammate in Brett Kennedy. They've switched it to the far side there. Nathan Brown should have marked that. He doesn't, he kicks it off the ground instead, and it hits up Cooper Darms on the wing. Under pressure by Antonio James once again. Doesn't allow him to pick it up. It's kicked off the ground and should go across the line for a throw-in. So
Antonio James there, just his work rate to get to the contest and make it pressure. That's what you're looking for as a coach.
Absolutely.
He was a few metres off it, but he worked himself into it. A fumble, made contest.
So a throw-in now on the far side. Going up uncontested, Stanley Cox for Nightcliff. Across the line again. So 12 minutes into this second quarter here at TIO Stadium. And it's Nightcliff 3-7-25, leading the Buffaloes 1-3-9. Just a bit of a stall in play, Buxy.
Yeah, just Buffaloes and Nightcliff just sorting themselves out around the contest. Something going up forward. Nightcliff forward here, bit of push and shove.
So ball in. No one can pick it up, but finally the Buffs too. The kick is smothered by the Tigers, but now they get it back again. They're making it hard for the Buffs, the Tigers, and Jono Peris works his player off the ball and kicks it inside 50. Matty Campbell, a defensive punch away there, and picks it up, gets a little kick away as he's slung almost a mark now to Phoenix Spicer. Held, but play on, everyone trips over each other. Nathan Brown going in there against Nathan Spry. The ball comes out the back, and it's Kennedy for Nightcliff. Gives it off to Scott once again. We've seen this a couple of times tonight. He's running so hard. What a kick. Oh, hits the chest of Kapari. Can't take the mark, but he recovers. It kicks a high up and under to the goal square. Big pack forms. It's punched away. Bradley Stokes hits the ground. Ryan Nyhouse kicking in danger, I would think. Yeah. So it'll go backwards to Bradley Stokes. He plays on quickly to the St Mary's Club side, where he's found Mensch once again. Kicks it over the top of everyone, and Ishmael Palmer in front of Henderson there. Taps it backwards to Moroney, who likewise gives it back to Palmer. Gets his kick away. Yeah, I think that's Joey Collinson out there, but punched across the line by Norton.
I think Nightcliff had tightened up their defence across half-back, and the midfielders are working defensive, where Buffs have to just tighten up a little bit defensively as well.
Low scoring game so far, Buxy.
Yeah, very low. But they're doing some Ks up and back.
They are. The nighttime game, they can do it a bit better than the daytime, as the ball comes out of that ruck contest. A handball out by Mensch at the bottom of the pack. He's got Ben Vile on top of him. Now they get it out, the Buffs, and they send it inside 50. Good lead there, and a good mark by the Buffaloes, and that is Blake Coleman.
Yeah, he's slowly getting himself into the game. Obviously class. I think he's signed BFL club this week.
Yeah, he's the brother of Keaton Coleman that plays for the Brisbane Lions. He was instrumental in their last win in this game at Nightcliff Oval a few weeks ago. Played a brilliant third and fourth quarter. So Blake Coleman now to have a shot on goal from just inside 50 for the Buffaloes. Nice looking kick off the right. Goes straight over the top of the umpire's head, and Tommy Clark runs to congratulate him. A goal now to the Buffaloes in Blake Coleman.
Yeah, Nightcliff just got sucked into the contest there, I feel, and when Buffaloes won it on the outside, they were out when they moved the ball quickly forward. Stafford made a contest, backs the bench. Here they go. Moved it, created a one-on-one up forward.
Yeah, and a nice mark there to Coleman. Very impressive. So the score now at the 15.5-minute mark of the second quarter, Buffaloes 2-3-15, trailing Nightcliff 3-7-25, so a 10-point ball game. But Nightcliff 10 scoring shots to Buffalo's 5, Bucksy.
Yeah, it's hurting them. But Monaghan's and Atkinson's been a great tussle too in the rucks.
It certainly has. Ball up in the middle, Monaghan flying high, almost taken out of the middle by Chrissy Williams. He's going to tap it forward again to his captain in Jared Stokes. Stokes running out of the centre, almost gets Stafford. Picked up now by Loftus. Joey Collison swings around, but front position, Nightcliff Tigers doesn't take the mark, and a good tackle there. Collinson gets Loftus again, gets it back, takes his time, kicks it, and he's kicked the goal, and the Buffaloes have kicked the last 2 in a row.
Just the forward line pressure there from Bus when they get it in there was really good. Sort of picked up the intensity of Jared Stokes, and I think Williams has been really good through the midfield. He
has. We'll just watch this again on a replay. So just spinning out of there, Loftus gets it to Collinson. Loftus obviously getting up quickly after Nightcliff dropped the mark and goes back in and gets it off Coleman. Running through there and kicking a goal. So the score now, Nightcliff 3-7-25, leading the Buffaloes 3-3-21, just a 4-point ball game.
Loftus has been really good both quarters, down, back and forward. He must be, is he playing through the midfield? Or?
He's everywhere.
Everywhere, yes.
You can see Brody Philo talking a lot there off the play. That will probably get called back, that one.
Probably looking for a bit of leadership, Nightcliff, and no Cam Eilert playing.
Yep. Saw Cam down there carrying the water bottles before. So we'll have a ball up in the middle. Monaghan, Brody Philo just running over it. Backs the bench, really coming into this game now. Gets a handball backwards to Chris Williams. Williams handballs and makes Hill run onto it. Handballs it back to Chrissy Atkinson. High up and under kick. Goes through the hands of Nightcliff. Pulled back in by Stafford at the bottom of the pack. Boyo Peris now with a clearing kick. High up and under. And backs the bench under it, not able to take it. Players just throwing their bodies in, and Brody Philo is able to get a handball out. Chrissy Atkinson picks it up, but he's tackled heavily. Ball spills out, and getting the kick away is Xavier Grant. He slung as he kicked it. I think play on was the call, so Tommy Clark gets it across to Palmer. Palmer has a shot on goal now. Buffs have kicked 3 in a row, and they've hit the lead for the first time in this game at 18-minute mark of the second quarter.
Good contest there. I think Brody and Folio and Baxter Mensch are playing on each other, so sort of give freedom to roam, so it'll be a good contest. Who wins?
Absolutely. Yeah, just watching this replay here, Tommy Clark getting around his player quickly and switching that across to Ishmael Palmer there, who was unattended. And the Buffs 4-3-27, leading Nightcliff 3-7-25, 2-point ball game at 18.5-minute mark of the second quarter.
Just shows, I think, the voice of the Buffaloes in their forward for Thomas Clark to notice, who was it? Ishmael Palmer. Mm-hmm. It just shows they must be talking and communicating really well out there.
So yeah, Tommy Clark enjoying being back in Darwin and back in the Buffs colours tonight.
Young Xavier Grant looks, I didn't see what happened. Helped off, ankle or knee.
So just waiting for... He's looking a bit slow, is he, as he goes off the field? Just waiting for play to restart. He'll be replaced by Antonio James.
Definitely been a great game, the pressure from both sides. moving the ball well forward back.
So Grant off injured. Keep an eye on him. Play will be back underway here. Almost the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. Ball up. Monaghetti flying over the top. Loftus almost brings it out. Jared Stokes in there with the tackle on Brody Philo, who got a handball away. Goes over the cross of everyone. Jack Monaghetti gets it back but drops it. Pressure here for Nightcliff. Can't pick it up. Buffs now almost picked it up. Loftus gets it but gets tackled. Holding the ball, says the umpire.
Hayley Edwards.
So Edwards now for Nightcliff on the right. Send it inside 50. There's a fly at the back by Nyhouse. Comes off hands and a little kick by, not sure who that was, but it's another behind for the Tigers.
Yeah, the veteran on the young fella, Adrian Scott Campbell. Catch up.
3-8-26. Buffalo's 4-3-27. Clark on the far wing. He's going to give a handball to Bradley Stokes. And that bounces, almost keeps it in, but I'll go across for a throw-in. So the coaches, Lee Crossman for Nightcliff tonight and Cameron Stokes, as we said, for Darwin. They'll have a lot to talk about at half-time to their charges. I think Lee Crossman would be asking for a bit of accuracy around goal.
Yes, would have put him in the front of the game.
So Brody Philo with a high up and under kick. Kapara gets dragged off it, no free kick. Scott's there, trying to pick it up. Nyhouse is over the ball, pressure by Maddie Campbell. Maroney with the handball out wide, and Buffs get a kick away down the far wing. Underneath it, oh, good mark over the top by Blake Coleman. He's kicked a goal in this quarter, sends it down to Daniel Stafford. Swings around and plays on quickly, putting it on the right, but Nightcliff reading it well, trying to chop it off. Tommy Clark now gets it inside to Spicer, just kicks it nice and easy to a teammate in Spry. And he's going to go back and have a shot on goal, even though he had no one in front of him. He probably could have run into goal, Bucksy.
Yeah, he should have probably run into goal, but I think it was good. Stafford pushed himself up the ground to make a contact, and then they had all their smalls, the Buffaloes' pace.
There's a bit of push and shove going on off the screen, so umpires are just keeping an eye on that. But yes, Nathan Spry will take this shot on goal from about 40 metres out, directly in front. Buffaloes have kicked the last three, Bucksy. What a turnaround. Yeah,
Nightcliff will be thinking how they can stop their run through the midfield. But I think Brody Folio has definitely lifted a notch, doing the 1%ers, cracking in. But he just needs a bit of help.
Yeah, so let off the hook there. Nightcliff, Spry missing that through for a behind. So Buffaloes 2 points in front again, 4-4-28. Nightcliff 3-8-26. Bringing it in now with a little chip kick for Nightcliff. Still in front of the Michael Long centre. Cooper Dams with possession of the ball. Another little chip kick now to a teammate in Lewis Rinaldi. Hard up against the boundary line. Sends it down the grandstand. Front possession, Mitchell Norton, good mark.
Mitchell Norton's new this season, first year.
So Norton plays on now. Sends it long. A couple of players flying, probably gave away a free kick there. Chase Loftus going over the top, and it's Kaipara again. Sends it in, I was going to say sends it inside 50, but kicks it straight into Jonas Nicky. Gets it back, gives it to a teammate, Politis. High up and under. Great mark under the ball there, though, by Nightcliff in Zach Moody.
Yeah, great contest. I don't know, no one flew with him, Buffaloes.
Didn't he read that well, though?
Yeah, he read the flight of the ball. I was just watching off the play, Campbell and Adrian Scott, which I think will be great. A contest and good for Adrian moving forward with Campbell. He's worked defensively off the ball. He's working Adrian over, which will be good for the future of Adrian.
Yeah, very experienced player, Matty Campbell, and he's still got a bit of pace, the veteran. But it's Zach Moody for the Tigers here in the number 11. He'll have a shot on goal. Buffaloes have kicked the last couple, and another miss for Nightcliff. They're starting to get costly now. 3-9-27. Nightcliff trailing the Buffaloes 4-4-28. 9 behinds. Buffaloes bringing it back in, and Kevin Maroney has it. Little chip kick now. They've done this all night. Finding Loftus. Loftus kick misses Tommy Clark. Picked up by Jake Twycross. Sends it through for a goal. Just what the Tigers needed, Buxy.
Yeah, they needed to peak that one and get a goal through. I see they moved Jay Mood forward, who can play forward. I think he kicked 60, 70 goals at Portland a couple of years ago, Portland, Victoria. So he's a bit of a throw man. Jay can play back or forward.
So just watching the replay here, Moroney kicks it to the teammate, and this is where the turnover occurs because he goes back inside traffic, and Nightcliff just read it too well once the kick missed.
Just that inside 45 kick, costly, and breaks the coach's heart.
So first goal in the second quarter for the Tigers at the 25-minute mark. It took them a long time to get there. Score Nightcliff 4-9-33, Buffaloes 4-4-28. So it's been a good defensive quarter for the Buffs. Ball up again now. Monaghetti just crashing down on Nathan Stewart there for the Buffs. Good tackle, and it should be a free kick. Yeah, Brett Kennedy, the Tigers. Kennedy with a little kick now. Sends it inside 50. Matty Campbell there with the defensive pressure. He's going to get it out. Play on, says the umpire. Campbell just races it out of 50. Good mark there. Good body work by Joey Collinson. And a quick transition goes over the top of everyone, and it is Jonathan Peris for Tigers who picks it up. He's dispossessed. Yep, Daniel Stafford's got it, and he plays on, but the siren beats him. No, the umpires both said play on. Buffaloes are looking for the free kick, but Stafford had played on. So they've got their hands on their hips. They're still protesting, but it was a definite call of play on, and it's a few smiles out there. So half-time, Nightcliff 4-9-33, leading the Buffaloes 4-4-28, but it was Buffaloes all in the second quarter, Buxy.
Yeah, Buffaloes definitely got their game going. If I was Stokesy, I'd be very happy just to stick at it, and Nightcliff have just got to defensively and work on their structure moving forward. It's not working at the moment, but hopefully they can just, come together and after half-time work out their structure. Yeah, an
entertaining game to half-time. We'll go to the break and be back for the second half after these messages.
You know Territorians go a long way for one another. So it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we are here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling expenses. And that goes a long way when you're away. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Looking for a fun day out with your family or friends? Putt on over to Palmerston Mini Golf. With our beautifully landscaped course suitable for all ages, you'll have a blast playing mini golf here at Palmerston. We offer the perfect setting for kids' birthday parties, complete with special packages to make their day unforgettable. And if you're looking to have some fun with your mates, we have you covered too. Play during the day or under lights. We're open until 10 p.m.
And we'll see you around Palmerston Mini Golf.
Find us at the Palmerston Golf and Country Club.
So we're here on a Friday night for our NAB AFL Auskick, where we run a girls only option, and the kids are pumped, ready to rock and roll and have some fun with the footy.
We signed our daughter up for Auskick because her big brother did Auskick last year and she just loves it. I thought signing her up for a girls only group would be a great chance for her to kind of be with some friends in a comfortable environment.
The thing about a girls-only team that I think Zoe really enjoys is that she gets to run around with like-minded girls. They get distracted, they do cartwheels, they hold hands, they sing. It just makes it a bit more of a fun experience.
I like Auskick because I get to play with my sister. We love Auskick!
A number of parents have asked if their daughter has to be in your girls group, and they don't. There will be some girls that will naturally just gravitate to brothers or cousins and join the boys group and have just as much fun if it were to be single sex. So yeah, there's definitely options there every Friday night.
My girls just love interacting with the other girls here. They love kicking a footy, they love learning the skills, and they love the hot dog at the end. I love joining in with my girls. I actually can't help myself, and I love to see the skills not only of my kids but of the other kids in their girls-only group really developing over the clinic.
Evie just loves playing the games, learning new things. She'll be doing it then for the rest of the weekend, doing her favourite kicks, telling us how many goals she kicked on Friday night.
The best thing about Auskick is that it's really fun. It's lots of fun for them.
Yeah!
And it's Paish in the ruck, and he'll be up against Big Johnson. Up they go. Johnson won it quite comfortably down in favour. Who gets the clearance? Wanderers get the clearance. Do it beautifully. Over the back. Nice spoil in defence. But they're swinging the ball around. It should be a goal. Mummery with his first kick back with Wanderers. And it was 17 seconds into the game. Michael Mummery, a goal. There you go. Can the mark be taken? Mark can't be taken at least by your Palmerston. Mulholland, once again, gets it out. Paholke.
There it is.
Got one. Well done to him. And Gabriel Mulholland was very, very good there. Wanderers. The Muck-Mucks go inside. They try to straighten up. Defence was strong. Motlop over to Mummery. Mummery sells the dummy. Sells another one. Kicks across his left shoulder. And I reckon he's got his third. Michael Mummery, this is your game. Welcome back to the Muck-Mucks. Because Ashton Hams has certainly been their best, had plenty of possession, but Mulholland has the footy, has a chance, runs into an open goal and nails it. Well done to him, 43 seconds in. The 150 gamer in pursuit.
Oh.
Kicked off the ground, goal.
I reckon that was a goal-whopping tackle, but that is a huge goal for the Wanderers now.
Ben Agnew. Agnew bangs it inside his forward 50. Over the back. Goal, open goal. Surely to goodness. No, it was touched. And when he kicked it, the Magpie player is confident, but the goal umpire actually had the ball touched. But
changed to a goal.
Advance. Wanderers working overtime. Sells the dummy, runs around, kicks around his body, and he nailed it.
Well, now it's only a 10-point game, Ian. How about that?
Agnew. Can't see what's happening. Ball in dispute. Here they go. Davey, Waylon Davey. This is bread and butter for him. This is old money for old Jan.
He loves it, Ian. He loves it.
Well, so he should, but he's got to get more. Ashton Hams. Hams. Forward, ball on the ground, in dispute, Paholke there. Someone's got to show a bit of courage. Ball up there, dragged out, and...
That's Davey again. It's Davey, Waylon Davey again. He has been the spark, the energy, whatever you can call him, Ian. He has been exceptional this last term.
Thorne, been good. Shane Thorne, roosts it forward. Mark not taken. Ball on the ground. Ball in dispute. Running into an open goal. And Wanderers back in front.
Does not miss those. Does not miss those.
As a ruckman should do in defence. Running around wide and hard and strong. Such Taylor. But they've got to get it out
there
wider.
It is. That's a goal. And we're trying to figure out who that is. But it's a quick goal. Wanderers.
Nice kick forward. In dispute. Oh, cleverly done. So clever.
Well done.
Marcus Totham, the skipper. Is that the match-winning goal by the skipper?
Puts it through. No worries at all. It's an 18-point win. It's Wanderers' second win of the season. Magpies 9-8-62. Wanderers 11-14-80.
Top to Coleman, dummies one way, then kicks inside forward 50, cutting across the front was Armat Watkins. It comes into the hands of Phoenix Spicer. He swings around on the right boot. It's going to bounce in the goal square. It keeps bouncing. There's a diving attempt on the goal line, but I don't think a hand has been laid on it, and it's bounced all the way through for a goal to Phoenix Spicer. Darwin at ground level Scrambling hard, Grant. But it's picked up down there by Brett. Brett swings on the left foot. He's got a player all out in space by himself, and that's Steele. He runs off now and kicks on the outside of the boot. I don't know how he got himself in so much space out the back, Gray, but there as it spills to ground level. And eventually there's a long kick inside forward 50. Bit of a use of the body there as it comes to ground level now, running into the open goal, and it's a point goal as eventually they worked it all the way forward, and Lockie O'Brien got on the end of it and out of position, couldn't take the mark, but he's first to recover, swings a hand pass back inboard. It comes out the back to Partington. Partington kicks long towards goal, looks good, it's gone all the way through, and that's a good finish. And down juggled attempt at mark, but the hand pass comes back inboard. Ryan kicks long into space over the back. There's a player out there all by himself. Once again, it's Lockie O'Brien who, that's a couple of times they've had a player out the back, no one near them, and they've moved the ball in quickly. Warwick Williams for Pint pounces on that one, kicks the ball long inside forward 50. Pint players in space again as the kick comes in towards goal. They've got one out the back again, and it's Ryan, and this time Matt Ryan was in the goal square out the back, and the kick came to him, and another walk-in goal for Pint. A one-on-one contest. Campbell's in trouble here. He punches the ball away. Matt Ryan at ground level picks up hand passes outboard. Steele on the left foot swings it back towards goal, and that's a terrific finish there. They work it through the middle of the ground now, and the ball comes out wide, and the mark's taken by Brett, who didn't have to change stride as he took the mark. Kicks over the top. I think it's gone all the way as Moroney tried to dive at it, trying to get a hand to it, but it got over him. Comes in to give assistance. Chips a kick around the corner to Bolch, who juggles it but couldn't take the mark, and that's opened the door for Pint again with a long shot at goal. And it's Benjamin Brett once again who got on the end of that. And another terrific finish from Benjamin Brett, and can't do so. Running in there was Hill. Eventually Yaron got it forward to Jared Stokes. He hand passes out wide to Stafford. Surely this is a goal for Darwin as Stafford kicks towards goal. I think he's got his first for the night. Inboard to Stokes. Jared Stokes goes long straight down the middle of the ground from the marking contest. The ball at ground level. Hand pass comes out. Ahmat Watkins with a snapshot towards goal. It's bouncing in the goal square. It's going all the way through. And that woke us up, Gray, after about 5 minutes of not much action.
And he has indeed.
Yep. And he celebrates, and so a pretty comprehensive win by Pint in the end. Just over 4 goals, and they've come here, got the job done.
Yes, it's all one-on-one stuff at this stage. Islip's had a snap, Stewie, and I think he might have got it.
I think he has. He likes it, and the goal umpire had to make a bit of ground, but got it through. So and now swings around inboard, kicks long down towards full forward off. Beautifully read off hands by Offermans, and he runs into the open goal and bangs it straight through for St Mary's second. He fishes it out to Seth Harris, who kicks long towards half forward. Saints running through there. Klusky this time chips the ball towards the goal. It's going all the way through. I say chips it. He chips it about 45 metres and it sails through easily. So he's a powerful kick. He can give Nightcliff the chance to rebound, and they've got all the players out the back here as it comes in. Running onto it down here. Emery, it's just gone too far for him, and Ben Brown's come in. He tapped it towards the boundary line, but weight of numbers is going to tell here as the hand pass comes from Butcher to Kennedy. Kennedy swings around. Sing Lippo's in the goal square saying I'm free, but Kennedy knows where the goals are and he's banged that one through. Ted Castle going to be first to the ball. Weaves one way, back the other now. Drills the centering ball. That's a great kick into the hands of Paredes, and now he just waltzes forward. Oh, he's almost run into the player in front of him, but I think he's finished with a goal. But that was a fantastic centering kick from Bo Tedcastle, inside by Edwards. He swings in around. He's got Butcher in the goal square. It's wobbling towards him, and Butcher takes the mark. He's running around now and gets a hand pass over the top, and Cooper Darm's right on the goal line this time. He looks up to a pretty packed Nightcliff forward line. He kicks long now in the Butcher direction, but only got one hand to it as ball spills out now. Sing Lippo just weaves a bit of magic, hooks the ball back. It's going to be close. I think it's going to go through. That's a fantastic finish from Tristan Sing Lippo, and something special out of what we said was a pretty scrambly opening to this third quarter. But he takes a good mark. He chips inboard, but that's going to be chopped off by Dylan Lant, who runs through half forward now, chips the ball over the top, finds Vallejo. He hands it off to Jack Lant, strolling through the corridor. He kicks long towards goal from about 25 metres out, puts it straight through, no problem whatsoever. So we're underway again. The ball's hacked off the ground in the middle, out wide. Darms tries to kick it off the ground, then picks it up himself, runs towards goal, kicks long towards goal. That's a terrific finish from Cooper Darms, straight through the middle, and he's got Nightcliff one back, and one that they really needed after a couple of quick ones from Saints.
Dylan Lant in his remaining minutes.
So Morris from the ruck contest kicks out straight out towards the boundary line. Scott runs onto it now, and he's off and running with a bounce back inboard. He's got players running forward. One of those is Emery, and Emery takes the mark, and he's inside forward 50 now. Has a bounce as he gallops towards goal. Has a second bounce as the defenders close in, but he's made it all the way and kicked it from a couple of metres out, and you would have to think, Gray, that that'll be the sealer in this game.
A couple of hands on heads. And there it is. It's all over here at TIO Stadium. Nightcliff have beaten St Mary's, ended a 7-game winning streak from the Saints. Nightcliff have kicked 11-9-75 and beaten St Mary's 8-10-58 in a very good game of football, though.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the third quarter of this round 11 men's Premier League clash between Darwin and Nightcliff. We've got a really entertaining game on our hands. Liz Cruz and Chris Bucks in the commentary box tonight, and Bucksy, it was a pretty even first half.
Yeah, I see Stokes is going to Brody Folio now, so that's interesting.
There's a bit going on already as we're underway. Jack Monaghetti trying to smash that out, but Buffaloes with the numbers round the ball, picked up by Lachlan Hill, but he's tackled now. Kick away. Almost a mark there to Stokes, but picked up by Capera. Gets a kick away as he's tackled off the ball. Must have been touched because the umpire said play on. Kicked now by Twycross. Gone through for a goal. So Tigers with the opening goal of the third quarter within 30 seconds.
Just what Nightcliff needed. It's their pressure up forward was really good.
Just watching the replay here. So just able to get that kick away was Daniel Capera, the debutant tonight. And the mark not paid by Roger Morris.
Not 10, I don't think. So
there you go. So a goal to Jake Twycross. He kicked one in the second and now one in the third. The only goal in the second quarter for the Tigers.
Bit of kamikaze footy then, I reckon. Just paid off.
It did. So the score now, Nightcliff 5-9-39, Buffaloes 4-4-28.
Interesting stuff happening in the middle. Pushing, shoving.
Jared Stokes and Brody Philo going at it, and Lewis Rinaldi in there as well. Chrissy Atkinson and Jack Monaghetti now, but taken out of the middle by the Buffs. Foot race is on. Hit away there by Zach Moody, who was fantastic in the first half for the Tigers. Gets the handball to Cooper Dahms. Kick inside 50. Scott's there. Goes to ground. He's playing on Matty Campbell tonight. Picked up, though, by Capera again. Sprays his kick, and it's going to go across to a Buffalo player there, and Kevin Moroney, who'll clear it out of defence, and he's got Chrissy Atkinson all on his own now, slowing it down to a Baxter Mensch. Kicks it to the wing. Trapped out there, but a good tackle on Ishmael Palmer by Nathan Brown.
Experienced backman. Brown dog.
3-time premiership player.
Yep, 54-year drought captain.
He was. What scenes they were. So Nathan Brown now with the kick. Kicks it to a contest. Punched away by Nicky. Going in was Coulthard for the Buffs, but a handball away by the Tigers. Hits up Brody Philo, sends it inside 50, and a mark to Ryan Nyhouse.
Great pass by Brody there, and nothing Bradley Stokes could really do. Nice full stretch.
He's just a bit taller than Bradley Stokes as well, but they've had a fantastic contest tonight. So Ryan Nyhouse, he kicked one in the first quarter, and he'll kick this one from inside 50, probably 40 metres out, Bucksy.
Yeah, he's a pretty good set shot, but I hope I don't put the moves on him.
So Nightcliff already kicked one in this third quarter. Nyhouse runs in, looks pretty straight to me, and the Tigers are celebrating. So 2 goals within the first 3 minutes of this third quarter to the Nightcliff Tigers. Ryan Nyhouse with that one.
He's just a professional athlete. Just the way he prepares pre-game, and yeah, he's real good for the players around him, and he's really stepped up into the captaincy role. I think he's moving to South Cairn Cutters, playing over there next season. Played there with me this season. You're
not going back to coach?
No, I'm here.
Back in Darwin now.
Home.
A lot of the NTFL players head over to Cairns in the dry season. So Nightcliff now with that lead, 6-9-45 to the Buffaloes, 4-4-28. Stokes now's gone to Rinaldi in the middle. Chris Atkinson and Monaghetti just smashes it out of the ruck. Straight into the hands of Dylan Clark. First gamer for Nightcliff, picked up by Cooper Dahms. Little kick, and it hits the chest of Roger Morris. One of your favourite players, Bucksy?
Yeah, he was. He'll play anywhere, Roger. Half back. You can even ask him to go in the ruck. He'd just put his hand up and play wherever you want.
How many premierships did he play in?
Just the one. He missed the first one because of points issues. The second one he played, and he's in the army, so he usually gets posted. But he's been a very loyal player for Nightcliff.
So Roger Morris putting that one through. Kicked one in the first, and he has kicked one now in the third quarter. So Nightcliff have come out firing. I'm not sure what Coach Lee Crosman said to them at half-time, but they've kicked 3 goals inside the first 4.5 minutes.
No, Cameron Stokes will be just hoping to get a bit of composure and settle the run, and hopefully their players, I think they might have focused too much on the tag. Let's just worry about our own game. And I see Chris Williams has gone back into the middle.
And Brody Philo just in the middle of everything tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of the little 1%ers hard stuff, and it's paying off now.
So 5-minute mark of the third quarter, and it is Nightcliff 7-9-51 leading the Buffaloes 4-4-28. A change in the ruck now. Stanley Cox of Nightcliff kicks it away. There's been a whistle.
Play advantage.
But the players stopped, so Buffaloes pick it up through Stokes, and
what are they going to do?
the Buffaloes are all protesting here that the ball is going back to Nightcliff. Yeah, so kick now in the middle, looks like Dylan Clark, first gamer from Wodonga, kicks it across to Nathan Brown in those bright orange boots on the far wing. Brownie now just lowering the eyes and finding Politis. Yep. Politis now on the far wing, just outside 50.
Burn a couple, so hopefully he puts this through.
Yeah, so everyone's flooded back into the 50 now. So he'll kick it from just outside 50, Politis.
Nightcliff Junior come through the junior ranks.
Kicks to the top of the goal square. Almost a mark there to Nightcliff. Moody throwing himself almost a high tackle.
Great tackle by Stokes to not get him high then.
Yep. And it'll be a ball up by umpire Mark Noonan just in front of the goals. So dangerous for the Buffaloes here. They need to clear it out, and they do. Big kick away now. Players under the ball, punched away by the Tigers there in Stanley Cox. Nathan Brown going to ground over the ball with Ishmael Palmer. Stokes just throwing his body in it, but Nightcliff able to get a handball out. Moody can't quite take it now, and Baxter Mensch is there for the Buffaloes. Little kick away. Only as far as Nightcliff, though, can't take the mark. Ball spills out, and Stanley Cox is there. Gets tackled. Comes back to Brody Philo. Nathan Brown is down, and there's a trainer there.
Going straight to him. I don't know whether it might have been an ankle in that tackle.
He can't get up, so he's all right now. Looks like an ankle. And he's going to walk to the boundary line. So 7.5 minutes into this third quarter, and it was Nightcliff who came out after the halftime break and have piled on 3 quick goals. Nathan Brown telling the umpire to get on with it. Looks like Mick Nyhouse running water there for Nightcliff. Picked up by the Buffs. Handball puts Chrissy Atkinson under pressure, but Maddie Campbell able to get a little handball away. There's all Tigers around the ball, and a quick pick up and handball off. Sees Moody run inside, gets the kick inside, picked up by Nyhouse, gets it backwards to Kennedy. Little kick, and Buffalo's able to handball backwards. Kevin Moroney takes it across the line.
It's Nightcliff, they run from behind and get numbers around the contest. It's working for them at the moment. Buffalo's just got to try and win a possession, I feel, and control it a bit.
So there'll be a throw in up the Michael Long centre end. Now Capera punching it from behind. Nicky there picks it up, handballs backwards in the goal square to Moroney, who gives it back to Nicky. Gets his kick away, but only as far as Dylan Clark, who chops it off. The first gamer from Wodonga puts it on the right. He's going to go for the goal square. Going to go for goal. It's gone across the line, and the Nightcliff Tigers players are celebrating. So another goal to the Nightcliff Tigers, and that one to Dylan Clark.
Nightcliff had definitely come out fired up. Yeah, Buffalo's a bit slow, but the thing with Buffalo's, when I watched them at Nightcliff, they never give up, so they could easily come back. Yeah,
well, in the last game they played was at Nightcliff Oval, and they were about 30 points down in the third quarter and staged a winning comeback. So, like you said, they'll never give up. But the score now, Nightcliff 8-9-57, leading the Buffaloes 4-4-28 at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter.
Young junior Stanley Cox is in the ruck. Made a change there.
He's got a black shoe and a white shoe on, Buxy.
Yes.
Footy
another
boot.
Lad that come through the juniors. I think it's his first year out 18s. He played a few senior games last season.
Must have a favourite shoe from each pair. Punches it away now. Coleman picks it up and kicks it around his body. Tussle on underneath the ball. Collison appealing for the free kick. Punched away by Nightcliff. Handball out wide to Scott. Goes back into traffic. Cox with the mismatched shoes on. Nightcliff getting the kick away now through Clark, who kicked the last goal. Goes over the top of everyone, and Kevin Moroney just mopping it up. Handball there. Matty Campbell gets it now. He's going to switch the play to the safety of Nathan Spry. Spry now kicking it outside 50, but it's all Tigers, and it's chopped off now by Twycross. Been good tonight. He's kicked a couple of goals. Gets it back to Brody Philo. Philo sending it inboard, and a lovely mark there by Roger Morris. He plays on quickly, drops the ball, picks it up, kicks it high, up and under, looking for Capera, who has marked it. Umpire says
paid it.
A mark. I thought it was a mark. Bradley Stokes isn't happy. So it'll be a tight angle as Bradley Stokes just pushes Moody away. And it is Daniel Kaipara who will have a shot on goal. He'll probably get the replay after he kicks it, but I thought it was a mark.
Probably hasn't had his best game, but it's always hard being a first gamer, especially in these conditions. It's quite slippery out there, the footy.
Runs around, has a shot on goal, and he's kicked it. So Tigers just piling on 5 goals in this third quarter, and it's only the 11-minute mark. That one going to Daniel Kaipara for his first.
Just Buffalo's coming out, transition out of their back line. They've just got to hit that target across the wing. It's just where they're lacking down at the moment.
You see a little bit of lightning around the ground. We'll just watch the replay here. So Roger Morris there. Bit of a
drops.
Didn't know what he was going to do there. Drop kick, puts it up high, and camera hasn't quite picked up the mark there, but it was paid. So the score now, almost the 12-minute mark of the third quarter. Nightcliff 9-9-63, leading the Buffaloes 4-4-28.
Jimmy Aldridge is on the bench, I see, with his hand bandaged up.
Yeah, doing the runner duties tonight. So ball up in the middle, Monagatti going up against Nathan Stewart of the Buffaloes. Handball out now by Tommy Clark, and Buffs have got the runners. Gets the kick away inside 50. One-on-one, Daniel Stafford there against Vile. Vile front position, but front and centre was
there. He's looking
Spicer, so he takes the bounce, runs around, puts it up. Almost a mark there to Palmer. Ball hits the deck though, players trying to get it out. I think Joey Collinson's on the bottom for Buffaloes. Darms there for Nightcliff, gets wrapped up. Umpire Noonan will blow his whistle and be a ball up about 20 metres out directly in front of the Buffaloes goal.
Desperately looking for a goal, Buffaloes.
They certainly are. So ball up. Goes to Nightcliff. Politis is stripped of the ball. Darms comes charging in. He gets dispossessed, holding the ball. Chrissy Williams there. It's been good tonight, Buxy.
Yeah, Chrissy Williams been easily in the top 2 or 3. I think Jared Stokes getting tagged has brought Chrissy into the game.
Very experienced player. So a much needed goal if he can kick this one for the Buffs. Chris Williams kick it from about 20 metres out, right in front, but he has missed it. Missed opportunity there.
Needed that.
Having a little chat to Cooper Darms. Cooper Darms, one of the players in the NTFL team coming up in January, Buxy.
Yes, he's had a good season.
Brody Philo runs it in now, big kick. But Buffalo's outnumbering the Tigers. Monagatti there. Daniel Stafford tries to pick it up. Finally, the Buffaloes get it out and Stafford gets a kick away inside 50. Tigers unable to take the mark. Phoenix Spicer working hard with the pressure there. Taps it backwards to Baxter Mensch now. Loftus just took too long to get it away and he gets holding the ball. So Tigers switch it out quickly to Moody, the grandstand wing. He's got Coulthard on the mark. Kicks it now. Goes over the top of everyone. Antonio James at the back. Good pressure there by the Tigers helping each other out, and Scott picks it up. Centres it. He's got numbers out here. Cooper Darms takes an easy mark. Darms on the left now. Bit of a miss kick. Kaipara running at the ball, can't pick it up, and he's met by the Buffaloes now. Ball goes out of the back. Matty Campbell there with the pressure. Spinning out of it is Twycross. Gives it to Ryan Nyhouse. Bit of Eddie Betts, if you don't mind. Ryan Nyhouse.
Enjoyed the forward line.
Kicking his third goal of the night.
Got back into the game, Nyhouse.
Pretty happy with that one too.
Yeah, bit of a celebration.
We should be able to watch this again on the replay, but what a game he's having, the captain. So just able to push it out. Kaipera, little handball there, and Twycross doing all the work here for the Tigers to get it forward. Spinning out, and Matty Campbell just desperate there, but Ryan Nyhouse was running past for the handball and puts it on the left. We don't often see Nyhouse in the forward line, Buxy.
No, he must be the new coach. He's very good. He could play either end.
Oh, yeah, he's a superstar. I remember he played in Premiership for NT Thunder, as we've got a bit of a break in play here. I think he was about 17 or 18 when he played in the Thunder Premiership and then went to Fremantle.
Yeah, we won that one by a point here. TIO.
What a game that was.
Xavier Clark.
Yeah, who's now at North Melbourne. Assistant coach. They're back underway here at TIO Stadium. Chrissy Atkinson in the ruck. Taken out. Well, there's been a throw called by umpire Noonan. It'll be a Buffs free kick. Jared Stokes asking for the ball, but I think it's going to go to Baxter Mensch. Very impressive tonight, Mensch. Puts it on the left. Big kick inside 50. There's a big pack. Stafford's there. But it was Coleman who flew. Handball backwards now. Doesn't hit anyone. Brody Philo just running through. Getting the handball away, but only as far as Hill for the Buffaloes. He gets tackled. Little handball by Loftus now. And a kick on goal. Chrissy Williams there. Tried to mark it, but just punched into the goalpost.
It's Buffaloes. Their pressure's there. It's just not coming off that handball or that skill. Nightcliff, to their credit, are putting pressure on around the contest.
They are. So a ball in just in front of goal here. 40-point margin to the Tigers. Stafford drops it. Cooper Darms is in there. Running through is Jared Stokes. A handball backwards now. Kick away by Lachlan Hill, goes up and under. Tigers running onto it, dropped by Mitchell Norton, but he gets it back. Now he handballs backwards to his teammate Luke Wines and gets to the safety of another Tiger teammate out on the wing.
Luke's from Warrnambool.
Thank you.
Wines.
And they're just going to go down the safety of the boundary line here on the St Mary's Club side. And he's found Vile. Had a good game tonight against Stafford. Vile now with the big kick down the wing. Fly there it was by Loftus, but punched across the line, and Nyhouse has worked his way down the ground.
Yeah, Nyhouse is pushed up, which is good to see. I think when your tools can push up, make a contest across the half-back line.
We were just looking at the ladder at half-time, and with the loss to Tiwi today when the game was called off, the Saints and Crocs, who won, are now tied at the top of the ladder on 28 points. But if Tars beat Palmerston tonight and Tigers win this, all four teams will be on 28 points. So a bit of a logjam at the top of the ladder with going into Christmas. Buffaloes now with the hands. Jared Stokes tries to get to Chrissy Williams, but Nightcliff with some great pressure. Picked up by Chase Loftus, gets the handball over the top to Blake Coleman, has a shot on goal, and finally the Buffaloes have kicked a goal in this third quarter.
Jared Stokes there created a contest. Rinaldi's been doing a good job tagging, but Stokesy got away from him then.
Yeah, you can't keep a class player like Jared Stokes down. We just watched the replay here. Baxter Mensch involved once again. He's been fantastic tonight, but yeah, just the strength of Jared Stokes to get that handball away while being tackled. And Chase Loftus been super impressed with his game tonight. Blake Coleman finishing it off. The score now, Nightcliff 10-9-69, leading the Buffaloes 5-5-35 at the 19-minute mark of this third quarter.
And them four guys would be the four leaders. Cameron Stokes will be looking to lift us back into the game.
Ball up now in the middle. Monaghetti going up against Nathan Stewart. Gets it out to Loftus once again. Launches it inside 50. Stafford on the lead. Hits him on the chest. And Stafford about 35 metres out.
Baxter Mensch through the corridor then. Just a big boy. Strong. A handball out to Loftus again.
Yeah, they've been fantastic for the Buffs. So Daniel Stafford hasn't kicked one tonight, the big forward from Alice Springs. He's taking his time, having a shot at this one. Good looking kick off the boot, and the Buffaloes have kicked two in a row. That one to Daniel Stafford.
Daniel's in the NT rep team squad. Daniel Jarrett and Nick Yarren's not playing today, I noticed.
Yeah, I think he did his hammy last week or the week before, Nicky, so I think he'll be back after Christmas. So, yeah, we just watched this replay out of the middle. Loftus just hitting up Daniel Stafford on the chest. Beautiful. In between 3 Nightcliff players. 20-minute mark of the third quarter. Nightcliff 10-9-69, leading the Buffaloes 6-5-41. The Tigers kicked the first 6 goals in this quarter, but Buffs have hit back with 2. Ball up again. Stewart getting up high this time. And Mensch in the middle doing some hard work, but the Tigers go backwards to Monaghetti, fumbling the ball there, and he's met head on. Kick away now by Coulthard. Oh, little handball there by Mensch again. No one can pick the ball up now. Pack of players around it, and finally they go backwards, but not sure what the umpire... Yeah.
Accident, yeah.
Should be a free kick to Stewart. Moody on the mark. So Stewart right in front of the Morris Rioli grandstand here, launches that ball, looking for Stafford once again, but Tigers everywhere. Stafford gets it, handballs out to Collinson. Spicer running past, just sprays that one, and it'll go out of bounds on the full over the fence.
Stafford leading and making a contest as well as change their forward line structure a bit. It backs the Mets in the last 2 contests out of the middle. It's been really good.
Oh, he's amazing.
Palmerston last year, is that right?
Yeah, so he did. He's from Geelong, I think, yep. Nathan Brown now just waiting to bring it in. Recovered from that ankle injury. Kicks it down the grandstand side. Players launching at the ball, but it goes over the top of everyone. Clearing it out now. Antonio James with the kick, running through. Goes back out to Stewart. Has a shot on goal, but it's going to miss everything and bounce across.
Yes, could have popped it up in the top of the square. As a coach, you would have rather that.
Yeah, out of bounds on the full, so looks like Billy Henderson will bring it in again for the Tigers. Might have to jump the fence and go and get the ball himself, though. There's no little kids out the back tonight like there usually is. Saturday night game. They're all home in bed, I think, Buxy.
Yes, and the clock still runs when it's out of bounds.
So just chewing up time. Almost the 23-minute mark of the third quarter. Nightcliff 10-9-69, leading the Buffaloes 6-5-41. So Henderson bringing it back in now for the Tigers. Goes down the far side, goes over the top of everyone. Kick off the ground there. Buffalo's running onto it, trying to pick it up, but it goes out the back to the Tigers. They're going to run it through the middle now. Excuse me. Almost a good mark there, but a loose ball. Matty Campbell over it, hitting it backwards to Tanner Coulthard. Off the ground by Boyo Perez.
There's been a free somewhere.
I don't know. Going to the Tigers, going back to Boyo.
Noonan's downfield. Oh,
okay.
It's Buffaloes.
Yeah, there's a bit of push and shove going on in front of the goals there. And it's being brought right up.
Brad Stokes and...
might be... It's not Kopara, but we'll just pick this player up now. Moody. So, yeah, something happened off the ball there, and free kick's been paid.
Just hanging on, I think.
So Moody will have a shot on goal. He kicked one in the first quarter. Nice and easy. He's kicked his second for the game, and the Tigers' 7th goal in this quarter, Buxy.
Yeah, that hurts. I thought Buffaloes, if they could just snag one back.
I think...
looks.
Yeah, Bradley Stokes just pushing the Nightcliff player to the ground. Matty Campbell comes in and tells him to cool his jet. He's going to get reported.
I don't think there was much in that.
No. Just has to show his number, though, for formalities. So
had a good game, Bradley Stokes.
He has, yep.
Played well on my house.
Just a bit of frustration there. The younger brother of Jared and cousin of Cameron. And Nightcliff have come out of it with a free kick.
This hurts.
They've kicked 7 goals in this quarter. Twycross has kicked one of them. He's kicked one in the second and one in the third, and he's going to have another shot on goal as umpire Mark Noonan tells everyone to clear out. So free kick. They just kicked a goal. They're going to kick another one. Twycross kicking a goal for the Tigers. 8 goals in this third quarter.
Buffalo's had a good patch then, moving the ball forward and just didn't get the scoreboard pressure.
So after being really inaccurate in the first half, the Buffs have come out and kicked 8 straight, Bucksy.
Tigers,
yes. Sorry.
8 straight.
Past my bedtime.
They have come out.
The Tigers have kicked 8 straight.
The third quarter's been great.
So a 40-point margin, Nightcliff 12-9-81, leading the Buffaloes 6-5-41 at the 25.5-minute mark of the third quarter. What a turnaround after a close first half.
Coxie's in the ruck.
Yep.
Stanley Cox.
That one white shoe and one black one. Going up against Stewart, taken out of the middle by Mensch, handballs over the top, but cut off by the Tigers, and they send it back down towards 50. Nyhouse can't mark. Picked up by Twycross, but wrapped up by Antonio James, who's been good for the Buffs tonight.
Kevin Moroney's gone to Nyhouse. Kevin's had a great season.
He has. Stewart now for the Buffs, tapping it down to Tommy Clark, gets a kick on the left. Bit of a wrestle on there under the ball, but running through is Phoenix Spicer. Gets the handball off to Jared Stokes now, and he's got Ishmael Palmer working his way around. He kicks high up and under, and he's got a player all on his own in Nathan Spry now. Players just flooding back inside the 50. Spry, little kick now. It's going to go over the top of Baxter Mensch, just put him under the pressure there, and he's got Moody for the Tigers, who picks it up, swings around, puts it on Ryan Nyhouse's chest, who's just telling the Tigers to slow down. There's a bit of lightning around the back, Bucksy.
Yes, hopefully not a Tiwi St Mary's game.
The Tiwi St Mary's game got called off in the third quarter today, and Tiwi were leading, so they were awarded the win.
It gets called off for 30 minutes, and then after that, the winning side, after half-time, gets the points.
So Nathan Brown now working it around for the Tigers with the ball in front of the St Mary's clubhouse. Kick now, punched away by the Buffs. Got the turnover now. Spicer kicks it back in, looking for Stafford, but Tigers with a little punch away, running at the ball now, can't quite pick it up. Coleman there with the pressure, and now Ryan Nyhouse can get the handball off to a teammate. Goes back to Moody, just takes his time to work around and get his kick away.
Buffaloes have just got to tighten their rope defensively, I feel. Giving Nightcliff a bit too much space.
Brody Philo now with the kick to Cox. And his mismatched boots. Big kick down the wing. Kopara trying to fly and has to punch it instead, and it beats the players across the line in front of the Buffaloes. Interchange. Chrissy Atkinson looking to come back on for Stewart in the ruck. So
yeah, Monaghetti.
Yeah, it's been a good contest.
Chrissy's been a stalwart of Buffaloes for
a long time. His mum Brenda is the current president.
Oh, there you go.
And Dad is an absolute legend of the Buffaloes. Mensch now gets a little handball away, coming through is Loftus. Handballs to Tommy Clark now. They've got the runners. Mensch again puts it on the left. But there's 3 Tigers back there, and Ryan Nyhouse going to push it in front of himself, trying to pick it up. Bit of pressure there by the Buffs. And Spicer now will run over. No one wants to pick it up. Kick off the ground by the Tigers, but only goes about 5 metres. Picked up by the Buffaloes now. Intercepted there by Wines, and the Tigers will run it out along the wing. A couple of bounces. Slows down, and a little chip kick.
I think Nyhouse has been moved back, obviously to slow the game down maybe.
Well, he's kicked 3, so he's had a good night.
He's in the midfield.
Boyo Paris now with the ball. Became a dad about a month ago. Little baby Raph. So the 3-quarter time siren has sounded, and Nightcliff, what a third quarter. 12-9-81 to the Buffaloes, 6-5-41. They slammed on 8 goals in that quarter, Bucksy.
Yes, hard to stop. Buffaloes will be hoping to regroup and just try and peek them back a little bit in the last and finish off strong.
We'll go to the 3-quarter time break and be back for the final quarter after these messages.
Kazay Ailey's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Ailey's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we've been all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the MC Guernsey, get in their face.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. Played their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 666 and 7 on the bench, so it's a little bit different, but you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and you know, some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the final quarter of this round 11 Men's Premier League game between Darwin and Nightcliff. It was close at half-time, but the Tigers came out in the third quarter and slammed on 8 straight goal, Buxy, to take a 40-point margin into this final quarter. So kick away now by the Buffs. They just all overrun it, and it's picked up by Norton of the Tigers. Gets the handball away to Bailey Edwards, but chopped off by the Buffaloes. Nicky now picking it up and getting a little handball out wide. Buffaloes just slowing it down now. Gets that kick away towards the 50. Fly over the top was Moody. No one could take the mark. He picks it up, but he's wrapped up by Lachlan Hill. Gets the handball out. I think there's been a free kick, and it'll go back to Moody. Switches the play now, coming out the grandstand side. He's got Boyo Peris all on his own. Little kick now to Scott, hits him up on the chest. Adrian Scott just slowing it down a bit now, the Tigers. Going to send it long inside 50. Kaipera there working his player, Kevin Moroney, off the ball. And a lovely mark to Daniel Kaipara in his first game.
Yeah, just unlucky there. Kevin Moroney done everything right, but just too strong.
So he kicked 1 goal tonight in the third quarter. 1 of 8 that the Tigers slammed on to take that 40-point lead into this last quarter. From Modbury Football Club. Puts it on the right, but that one has missed. So he hasn't had his kicking boots on tonight. So a minute and a half into this final quarter. Nightcliff didn't kick a point in the third quarter, Buxy. They were very accurate.
Yeah, very accurate in the first half.
Matty Campbell now with the ball, kicks it down the wing. He's got the runner there, and a good mark taken by Palmer. Blake Coleman playing on Boyo Peris. Undecided, gets a little kick away. Looking for Spicer, but goes over the top, and it's run out now by Billy Henderson. Switches it, but under pressure there, the Nightcliff player taps it forward, kicks off the ground.
Bailey Edwards.
Kennedy, he's trying to kick it off the ground. Edwards running at it again, but picked up by Scott, gets around a couple of players, goes sideways where he's got Cooper Darms all on his own. Plays on quickly, sends it back inside looking for Clark, but he's under pressure by Kevin Moroney. Darms comes flying back in, goes to ground. Wrapped up by Tanner Coulthard.
Just Kevin Moroney's first and second efforts for there were really good.
Yeah, he's been great, as you said earlier, this year and tonight as well. Ball up now, going up in the ruck. Kaipara bringing it to ground. Kevin Moroney there. Handballs it backwards. Coulthard can't quite pick it up, and it goes across the line once again. So 3 minutes into this final quarter, and Nightcliff with a 41-point lead. We didn't see that coming at half-time, did we, Buxy?
No, definitely not.
So ball in, tapped away there by Stewart, and Buffs get the clearing kick. Big mark by Daniel Stafford, who's worked his way down the ground, telling his teammates to push back. He's looking pretty fit this season, Stafford.
Yeah, he's had a good season, Stafford.
Gets his kick away, and a good mark there by Phoenix Spicer. So Buffaloes now with the momentum working it forward. Spicer's kick goes over the top of Palmer and just bounces across the line, about 40 metres from the Buffaloes' goal.
Buffaloes will be looking to set up, really need a goal here. Cameron Stokes, I'd be thinking, just want to win this quarter and show a bit.
Take some positives out of it. As we said earlier, Nicky Yarran not playing, he hurt his hammy, so he'll be back after Christmas, but missing him tonight.
Always hard this time of year with fly-ins and that before Christmas, getting flights and people available.
Yep.
As well.
So the ball in on the wing inside the Buffs 50. Monaghetti smashing it down to Darms, gets a little handball out to Brody Philo. Kicks it down the wing, Stewart in front there. Matty Campbell now rebounds it inside 50. Good looking kick, but all Tigers there. Norton smashes it out to Jack Monaghetti. Sends it back out, but just flat-footed there. Tanner Coulthard, and Ryan Nyhouse runs across the line. The captain, he's had a good game tonight, Buxy.
Yeah, he has had a good game up forward. Something different. provided a targeted contest.
See the Wanderers shed there. Got a few in there watching the game. Mensch now can't pick it up. Cooper Dams swings around and kicks it away. Nyhouse there working hard against Jared Stokes, and Stokes trying to pick it up and get the handball backwards to Maddie Campbell. Campbell back to a teammate in Mensch. He's been fantastic tonight for the Buffs. Just lopes along and gets his kick away. Nice mark there by Coleman. Umpire Mark Noonan calling Boyo Perez back to the mark. Coleman now on the right, sends it inside 50. Once again, almost a mark at the back to Palmer. Push off the ball by Moneghetti on Williams. Over the top, Spicer coming through. Palmer gets the handball backwards to Daniel Stafford, and he's kicked a goal for the Buffaloes. Daniel Stafford, almost the 6-minute mark of this final quarter.
Just the class of Campbell across half back then to Mensch and moving the ball forward. This makes a big difference. So much composure, but his skills elite. Campbell.
Just watching the replay here now. You see potential free kick there, but Spicer and Palmer getting that ball out to Daniel Stafford, and he finished off with a goal. He kicked one in the third quarter, and now he's kicked one in the fourth quarter. The score, Nightcliff 12-10-82, leading the Buffaloes 7-5-47.
Stafford definitely knows for a big man where the goals are.
He sure does. He's had an amazing footy career, especially down in Central Australia. Ball up again. So Chrissy Atkinson winning that tap. Loftus can't quite pick it up, but gets it back to Coulthard again, who's now coming into this game. Goes over the top of Mensch, and it was Moody running at the ball for Tigers, but Spicer with it now. Phoenix Spicer running in, giving it to Daniel Stafford, almost the exact same spot as his last goal, and he's kicked another one, Bucksy.
Yes, Spicer's got himself back into the game. Very good young talent. I've been impressed with him the last few weeks as well.
Got a big smile on his face as Joey Collinson goes in and says well done, and Daniel Stafford 2 goals in a minute for the Buffaloes. The score, Nightcliff 12-10-82, the Buffaloes 8-5-53.
Make a game of it if Buffs could get the next couple of goals.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a side that we know this season they haven't give up too easy. They'll always come back in the last.
Yeah, they were down in their last game against Nightcliff at Nightcliff and staged a comeback and won the game. Bit of an upset that one was. They had Mitch Robinson in that night, but Blake Coleman played an absolute cracker. So underway again, Chris Atkinson in the ruck. Ball hits the deck and is wrapped up, and the umpire will call it back in. So 8 minutes into this final quarter. Nightcliff now hit it down. Getting the handball out was Politis. Antonio James in there. He's got his arm ripped off. Tommy Clark now. Umpire says play on. Clark sends it inside 50. Both players go up. Jono Perez will kick it off the ground and try and work it out, but Daniel Stafford's running onto it. Perez hot on his heels. Not Perez, Vile, I think it was.
Vile,
Yep, picked up by Nightcliff now, and Adrian Scott will run it out of defence. He goes back in, kicks it across, really dangerous there, and Tanner Coulthard reads it well. Baxter Mensch kicks high, up and under. 2 in the goal square. Collinson free kick. Yep, the umpire's blown his whistle. Yep. Joey Collinson will have a kick from the top of the goal square.
As a team, Buffaloes, they'll be confident they could come back, so they'll be in the back of their minds.
Joey Collison wasted no time. He didn't even go back. He just went through and kicked it. So Buffs have just slammed on 3 goals to stage a little bit of a fight back here early in the last quarter, and the score's 12-10-82. Nightcliff leading the Buffaloes 9-5-59.
Nightcliff will be looking for their leaders to slow it and calm it down. But credit the Buffaloes and the young fellas.
23-point ball game after it was 41 points just a few minutes ago. And only early in this final quarter, 9.5 minute mark, as we see Moneghetti having a break on the sidelines in Kaipera for the Tigers. Umpire Noonan throws it up. Atkinson going up against Cox, who had front position. Now Mensch just charging through the middle. Gets the handball away. Phoenix Spicer just tackled with it.
Got the hands away.
No whistle. Coulthard picks it up and plays on. Ryan Nyhouse back there, taking a beautiful one-handed mark in defence for the Tigers. Geez, had a good game.
They just pushed him behind the ball to try and settle the team down.
Cooper Darms going backwards now to the safety of Billy Henderson. Gets it out wide to Vile.
Buffs need to cause a turnover here.
And Cooper Darms doing all the running to go and get that kick back. Chase Loftus on the mark. And just see Baxter Mensch walking through in the screen there. He's worked hard tonight for the Buffs. Just chipping it away here. The Tigers. Politis now with the ball on the far wing. Another little chip kick, and it's Darms again. He's just had 4 possessions in the last minute. Gets his kick away.
Just hitting their targets, Nightcliff.
Yeah. Safety of Dylan Clark now in his first game for the Tigers. Clark with the big kick. Monaghetti flies, can't take the mark. Twycross running at the ball there, can't pick it up. Tigers.
Ball.
Gets it. Tackled, holding the ball. Correct call there, Buxy.
Good tackle by Grant.
Xavier Grant comes up with it. Looking for Stafford. Takes a diving mark. Rolled over about 5 times.
Very mobile for a big lad, Stafford.
He is. Little handball now. Puts Mensch under pressure. Gives it back to Palmer. Back to Mensch. Puts it on the left. Looking for a teammate. Punches it across the back. Kicked off the ground. There's been a whistle. And it's going to the Buffaloes. The Nightcliff players are streaming back now. Umpire Mark Noonan indicating that the ball needs to go back. Almost the 12-minute mark of this final quarter, and the Buffs have kicked the last 3 goals. Daniel Stafford
was trying to get that one.
Yeah, throwing it back to Nathan Spry. So the Buffs need to move it now. Matty Campbell now coming down to lend his voice and experience. Spry with the kick. Goes over the top and punched across the line. See Jared Stokes now in the forward line as well. Pushed down for the Buffs. Joey Collison, who kicked the last goal. Chrissy Williams up on Ryan Nyhouse.
Campbell's across half back, directing the whole Buffaloes
he is,
back
isn't
line
he?
behind the ball.
He's pacing. Ball in now. Stafford in the ruck against Monaghetti. Ball gets punched up in the air. Chrissy Williams, tries to get it there. Sliding in, Palmer. And another ball up. 13-minute mark of the final quarter. Some tired bodies out there. Stafford again against Monaghetti. Kicked off the ground by Ryan Nyhouse. Comes out, but Nathan Spry can't pick it up. He's got Luke Wines hot on his heels. Picked up now by Jay Moody, and Tigers clear it out along the wing. Good running mark there to Boyo Peris. Boyo swings around and plays on quickly. He's got the runner there in Dylan Clark. Takes a good mark. In front of Matty Campbell. Clark playing on quickly.
Too much space.
Yeah, finding teammate there in Brett Kennedy in the yellow boots. Kennedy sends it inside 50 now. Player goes down in front of goal, appealing for a free kick. Capera. Kevin Moroney's handball doesn't hit the target, and Nightcliff able to bring it to ground. Loftus comes out of the back, gets his kick away.
Here, Buffs, they need to hit their targets.
Spry with the ball now, working it across to Joey Collinson. He takes no time to get it on quickly to Spicer. Goes over the top of him, but he managed to trap it. Comes back inboard now, puts it on the left. He's got Collinson again, all on his own. Joey Collinson with the ball. He'll have a shot on goal from about 40 metres out.
Definitely get this, makes a game of it.
So the Buffs have kicked 3 goals in this final quarter. Nightcliff yet to kick one after kicking 8 in the third quarter. Joey Collinson runs in on the left. Goal umpire doesn't move. Buffs players put their hands in the air, and Joey Collinson has kicked his second in this last quarter.
Credit to Cameron Stokes and the Buffalo boys at 3-quarter time to change their mindset and come out firing, really. So Nightcliff in the back of their heads will be sort of hoping they can try and get a goal, peg them back. But they'll be still nervous because they know Buffaloes have done this before to them.
So Buffaloes have stripped back a 41-point margin at three-quarter time to 17 points at the 15-minute mark of this final quarter. What an interesting game, Buxy.
Yes, Coleman or Ishmael's gone in the middle.
Coleman in the middle, Tommy Clark in the middle, Stewart in the ruck for the Buffs. Jack Monaghetti in the ruck for the Tigers. Cooper Darms in the middle. Brody Philo on Tommy Clark. Stewart now taking it out of the ruck, just kicks it out. Buffaloes are on the charge. Spicer picks it up, gets around, takes a bounce, puts the Jets on. Got to get rid of it. He's got Stokes running through. He's going to go across the line. Geez, that was exciting.
Yeah, it's good Spicer's having a crack and he's trying to create something.
So ball in up the Michael Long centre end, which is the Buffaloes, and they've kicked 4 goals in this final quarter. Tigers yet to kick a goal after kicking 8 in the third quarter. Ball in, Stafford in the ruck against Monaghetti, hits the deck, comes out. Brody Filo's there on his own. He's just going to clear it out with that big booming kick. High up and under. Punched away now. Matty Campbell is at the back, clearing handball there to Spry. Tommy Clark on the left. Big pack under the ball. Punched away by the Tigers, but Buffs with the numbers there. Spinning out of trouble was Lachlan Hill, but he was facing the wrong way when he kicked it. So behind for the Buffaloes, 16 points the margin at the 16.5-minute mark.
Buffs need to tighten the rope now and try and cause a turnover.
They've put Tigers have put Ryan Nyhouse into the back line after kicking 3 goals earlier tonight in the forward line. One-handed bounce, just lopes out of defence and kicks it out of the 50. Coming across was Monaghetti, but Matty Campbell's there again. Gets the handball out to Coulthard. On the left, he switches it, but Tigers...
I kept his feet.
He did. Tigers with the numbers. Gets it back to Coleman, just takes his time and kicks it.
Disappointing that. He should have probably had players on the far pocket he could have passed to, but it's all right.
Ryan Nyhouse and Joey Collinson having a bit of a laugh. Come through the juniors together to play senior footy. So a throw in. Now 16 points the margin. Stafford in the ruck against Vile, just taps it down. Stafford tries to take it away. High tackle, should be a free kick.
Unlucky, he slipped down, but that's definitely there.
And Norton comes up with it for the Tigers. So kick on the left, sends it down the wing. Misses everyone at the back. Stewart, he just can't quite trap it now. The score, Darwin Buffaloes 10-6-66, a trailing Nightcliff 12-10-82 at the 18-minute mark of this final quarter here at TIO Stadium. It's been an entertaining battle tonight, Buxy.
Yes, it's changed the last quarter. Buffalo's definitely winning this quarter.
They sure have, 4 goals to nothing. That throw in falling short, and we'll have it again. Chris Williams appealing to the umpire.
Buffaloes will be looking for your Williams match to sort of stand up in the next couple of minutes.
16 points. They need 3 straight goals here, the Buffaloes. Quickly. Throw in. Roger Morris over the top for Nightcliff. Tackles Tommy Clark. Taken away. Chase Loftus kicks it inside. 50 for the Buffs, but Ryan Nyhouse, the general back there for the Tigers in defence, clears it out now to Norton. First-year player for the Tigers. Gets it out to the boundary. Jake Twykos. He kicked 3 goals tonight.
Playing possession footy, Nightcliff now. Trying to run the clock down.
Tigers now with Lewis Rinaldi.
Has done a good job on Jared Stokes.
Kicks it down looking for Cox, but Kevin Moroney just punches it across the line. So down the Tigers scoring end now. They haven't kicked a goal in this final quarter. And they're leading by 16 points.
Time's running out for Buffalo. They
and
definitely
is
need.
chewing up the clock. Throw in now on the wing.
He mentions just come on fresh, so...
Stewart just out-muscling his opponent there to get that away. Stafford just tapping it up. He's got players there. They're just tapping it away. Spicer gets tackled, but they've got the runners now. Chase Loftus again. Sends it inside 50. Looking for Stokes. Goes over the top. He doesn't fly for it. It's punched away by Rinaldi. Rinaldi just kicking it off the ground. Tapping it across the boundary line.
Loftus really good this last quarter. He's been good throughout the game.
He was sensational in the first half as well. Definitely in the best tonight. Yes. Loftus and Mensch have been sensational in my books. So we've got a throw in front of the Wanderers shed. Stafford going up in the ruck against File. File front position, tapping it down. Loftus there for the Buffaloes, but it's Dylan Clark. Picks it up, he gets tackled, and it goes across the line, so the clock just getting chewed up, Bucksy.
Yes, and as I said before, the clock still runs. It's out of bounds.
Been a great fight back in this last quarter by the Buffs, but just the margin too big for them at three-quarter time. Ball in, Stafford, Vile again, punched away by Stafford, finds a teammate, but his handball misses and Moody kicks it out of defence. Roger Morris with a good mark there. Whistle's gone, so it'll go back.
Just that handball had to hit the target.
And now Buffs, Tigers with all the momentum kicking it down.
Bailey Edwards.
He's been good tonight.
Very fit player, runs up and down the wing.
Edwards with that little kick over the top to Clark again. He's been impressive as well. I think it's is it his first game from Wodonga?
Clark, yes, I think it is.
Be happy if it was your first game in Darwin, it was a night game.
Yes.
In the wet season.
Not a 2 o'clock game. Or
There's a bit of lightning going on in the background, so there might be a bit of rain at the end of this game, but it is Henderson now with the ball. Up forward, we normally see him in the back line. So have a kick from about 50 out right on the boundary line. Number of players in the goal square. Good looking kick in the goal square, punched by Stewart. Across the line for a behind.
Buffalo's last hurrah, they really just got to go.
Stokes now with a little kick in.
Oh, that's good.
Doesn't hit the target. Loftus there. Picked up by Clark, spins around, but a good cut-off mark there by Bradley Stokes, last line of defence. Stokes now clearing it out. Two Buffs players go for it. Moody now gets the handball off to Scott. He runs around again, runs into goal, finally kicks it, and it's through for a goal for Nightcliff. Their first goal in the final quarter, but a much-needed goal after Buff slammed on 4 straight.
Yes, and Adrian Scott's been very good tonight. I've been very impressed with him. Just his work rate up and back.
Just watching this on the replay. Stokes kick, just the two Buffs players.
Antonio.
No talk, as you said, and Moody read it really well and gave it off to Scott. He's got some pace about him.
And composure too. He doesn't really panic. He works his way through it.
So a steadying goal for the Tigers takes that margin out to 23 points now. At the 23.5-minute mark of the final quarter, Nightcliff 13-11-89, leading the Buffaloes 10-6-66. Ball up again. Stewart flying, puts a big tackle on Cox. Mensch takes it out of the middle once again. High up and under kick into the Buffs forward line. Spicer's there at the back, comes off his toes, picked up by Vile, gets the handball out wide. Tigers should clear it, but the player is chased down and the ball is loose now. Mensch again at the back, gets the handball sideways to Loftus. Little kick to Chrissy Williams. He kicks it inside 50. Tommy Clark's there for the Buffs. Manages to get a hand to it, but Nightcliff with the numbers. Henderson just tapping it to himself. Ryan Nyhouse providing the shepherd, and Tigers will look to clear it now out of the 50. A low kick. Doesn't quite hit Moody. Antonio James turns it over and gets it to Matty Campbell. Running with the ball at the end of his fingertips, and what a kick by Matty Campbell to hit up Spicer on the siren. I'm not sure if that point will count but it is the Tigers that take the win here at TIO Stadium in Darwin in the last round before Christmas. The final score, Nightcliff 13-11-89 to the Buffaloes 10-6-66. It was a really exciting game, Bucksy.
Yeah, it was, and Buffaloes can hold their heads high that they come back in the last, had the opportunities. Obviously had a few players out which could make a big difference, but I thought Loft mentioned Williams was great for Buffs, and Niaus, Folio and Tightcross was also good for Tigers.
They were 3 goals to Ryan Nyhouse, 3 to Jake Twycross for the Tigers, and Daniel Stafford kicked 3 for the Buffaloes. Joey Collinson kicked 2. So that's it from TIO Stadium in Darwin until next year. Merry Christmas, Bucksy.
Same to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We'll see you next year.
Everyone at home, have a great Christmas and New Year. And we'll see you back for the NTFL season after Christmas.